me, I'm a Jedi from Jakku.
This is the power of math, people!
For the blackest of ops when nature calls. Because modern warfare needs a modern cat litter. Because there's no time to answer the call. Duty scoops. Leave no kitty behind.
Please like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, keep your comments to yourself.
Hey, you!
Yes, you! If you like what you see, please hit the like, subscribe, share button, click the bell to all notifications on if you want to know every single time I upload. I play video games, I do funny videos, I am an absolute crazy ranting crazy person. Please share to Twitter, Facebook, Blogger. I still don't know what the crap Blogger is. And enjoy the video.
Coming soon to HGTV, the reality show that's faster than a speeding bullet. Will America's sweethearts Lois Lane and Clark Kent meet their deadline and flip their house in time? We'll find out in Flip This Dump, Fortress of Solitude Edition, coming to HGTV. Monarch Radio now has a list of cancellations, delays, and closures. The U.S. State Department has declared Antarctica a no-go zone due to the recent Godzilla attacks. Tourists are advised to refrain from traveling to the continent. The penguin enclosure is now closed at the Antarctic Zoo, as is the elephant seal petting zoo. Friedtorf Nansen Junior High is closed for today, as are grades K through 4 and PS 158. Research Station Hawley, Concordia, and Outpost 31 are completely destroyed and closed for the day. So all you scientists out there, enjoy your day off. Tonight's hockey game between Science Station Maldonado and Science Station Palmer has been postponed due to a giant footprint-sized hole in the arena. And finally, traffic is backed up on the ice shelf. Expect a 1-hour delay. If you're trying to get to work, plan accordingly. We'll have more updates every hour on the hour. For the latest news and traffic, keep it right here at Monarch Radio.
And I need you both to know I'll carry it everywhere I go.
This is the power of math, people!
Whoa, I think I just figured something out, Beavis. This sucks.
Yeah, me.
Sheer fucking hubris.
This sucks more than anything that has ever sucked before.
The black shield is the black shield. It comes down and it goes up the shield.
Glue. Glue comes in all forms, shapes, and sizes. For centuries, it's had 1,000,001 uses. Unless you're an idiot who decides to glue his lips or other body parts together.
I glued my balls to my butthole again.
Whoa, that's a sticky situation.
Oh my god, what did I do?
And now, that'll have to be amputated. Now you have no lips or balls, and you'll have to drink through a straw or sit down to pee. Too bad. So remember, glue it, don't abuse it. This has been a public service announcement paid for by the committee to stop people from gluing their lips or other body parts together. Glue is not for use by actual gorillas or chimpanzees. And humans, don't put it in your f***ing hair.
Hey, wait a minute!
Get ready to read. The all-new Ford 2021 Toxic Masculinity is 5,000 pounds of raw, untamed power. Whether it's climbing the steepest hill or running down an escaped criminal. And ladies, engage the all-new Karen Drive and let your inner bitch scream. The all-new 2021 Ford Toxic Masculinity with Karen Drive. Have you driven a Ford lately? Well, have you?
Next on Everybody Hates Agnes. What's she been up to since she murdered her ex-boyfriend? She did the giggity with Captain Rios, who then dumped her crazy ass. Rejected. Agnes hits the bottle hard and then teams up with the Borg Queen and starts singing.
I know what boys like. I know what guys want. I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
I guess the best way to heal a broken heart really is through song. Meanwhile, years of self-doubt and depression from a third-rate self-taught astronaut are erased by a 10-minute pep talk from Picard. We can't have that now, can we? Meanwhile, the Borg Queen and Agnes find friendship. I guess they really do need each other. Are you two gonna make out now? You won't believe your eyes, because it's too incredibly stupid to think anyone actually sat down and wrote this crap. Don't miss Everybody Hates Agnes. You know, I'm really surprised she hasn't puked yet.
Hello, we're live. Are you live, Rob?
I'm live. I'm Memorexed.
Are you Memorexed? There we go. So,
Buddy.
Angie, what do you want?
Here, buddy.
Come here, baby.
Here, buddy.
I don't know why we have He-Man in the background, because why not? He's judging. He's looking on judgingly. Who's this? Oh, we got Superman, too. He's also judging us. There, we'll have Superman judge us. Who's number 7? That's me. I'm judging me now. I'm judging me. Do your roots, me. I know I need to. Hello! Seems like I just did him a week ago. Oh, we have so much news. Rob, do you know that? Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Rob off camera.
You're here to help read the news because, oh gosh, they admit it. They admit that Disney's a failure. And I should probably put that. Oh, Bob Iger admits it sucks. Bob Iger admits Disney stuff sucks. Come on, right? Is that pretty much what pretty much what we're seeing, right?
Yeah.
Right? Just ignore him. He'll either sit or not. Do you want in or out? Is he trying to get out?
He looked at the door, went ow, ow.
Okay, well, if he wants in, he'll come in, and if he wants out, he'll meow again. So where do you want to start with all this? This is a whole bunch of... We're focusing on quality, not volume. We know it sucks. We know our mediocre stuff is BS. Mm-hmm. Cautious Star Wars. They got everything shelved. Oh, where's that one, too? You want to pull that one up from yesterday? I figure we do a whole live stream on it because there's so much to unpack here. There's just so many... There's just so much, right? And... They're finally admitting that just this mass production of garbage. Do you want to? I'll just grab the Hollywood Reporter one. You want that?
Yeah,
you want to read?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got that.
All right. Let me put that up here on screen. It looks like they're finally admitting that the massive amount of just spamming mediocre garbage isn't gonna work for them forever. They need to give us better stuff than just. Oh, but go to the movies every month. Go to the movies every month. Well, we don't have money and time and energy for that since 2020 kind of got... We were fortunate that we broke the habit of that. However, they I think they didn't realize that. And they were trying to give us any old crap that they could give us. So, that's pretty much what happened. What do you think?
I think that's
in my
part
opinion.
of it.
In my opinion.
And I just think that it's just all this stuff's just not very good.
Yeah. She-Hulk has been terrible.
She-Hulk was terrible. Ms. Marvel was terrible.
What was it? Clownfish was saying that none of these charted in the top what? What were they saying? Like the top 15, none of them made it.
I mean, do
you remember specifically or?
Top 10 maybe? Top 20?
Yeah, you would go to these, you would go to like the numbers, and I think I did a video on it too at some point. You go to the numbers, and they aren't charting anywhere. Like, they're not showing up. Nobody's watching these. The Ms. Marvels, what is it, the Lokis even, right? Nobody cared about Loki. Nobody cared about Hawkeye. I didn't even watch that one. I didn't watch Winter Soldier.
That was the thing, Hawkeye, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Did you watch that one?
No, I did not. I did not watch Hawkeye. To me, Hawkeye is
MASH, right? See, now I need a Hawkeye button for MASH here.
Do.
What's that? Here, there, MASH.
I don't want to do the MASH. I don't want to do the MASH.
All right. So the issue we have.
The issue we have, like you say, we want quality, focus on quality. Well, you haven't been doing that lately.
No. How comfortable is that? Like on a scale of better than this chair, right? John Russell, come on, She-Hulk was great. You know, it did give us this. Thank you so much, John Russell. It gave us this. Where is it? The almighty She-Hulk twerking scene here.
Go, 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 go. Excellent. Go, 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 go.
The cat's purring like a turtle. He's going.
Yes.
Excellent!
Shardy, right? That's a perfect thing for her. Hello, 904 Pinball Zine. Hello. The cat's going.
Very loudly.
All right, so this is one. Do you want to read through this?
Bob Iger, Disney will reduce costs on films, TV shows to focus on quality, not volume. It comes in the form of reducing expense per content, whether it's a TV series or a film, where costs have just skyrocketed, the Disney chief told an investor conference.
When was this investor conference? Was that today?
No, it's a couple days ago.
Oh, okay. Did we miss this?
I think we did.
Okay.
It wasn't an earnings call. It wasn't like
Oh, okay.
a stockholders call, whatever it was.
Oh, it was a Morgan Stanley investor conference. Okay. So they wouldn't have reported, like, that wouldn't have been available to anybody, right?
No, probably, most likely. Disney CEO Bob Iger said Thursday that his company...
Oh, it was today.
Oh, it was today? Okay.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Said that his company is closely examining all aspects of its content business across film and TV as it plots the best path forward in a tricky media environment that includes linear TV business in decline, theatrical film business with an uncertain future, and a streaming business that is growing but requires a path to profitability. Speaking at a Morgan Stanley conference, Iger said that the company will specifically be looking at how much it's spending on content and how many projects it produces going forward. I'm really pleased that the support that I'm getting from the content creators of the company is significant and real, and it comes in the form of reducing the expense per content.
Excellent! Excellent!
They made already overworked and underpaid effects artists animate that scene, right? That was another big controversy, too.
Whether it's a TV series or a film, where costs have just skyrocketed in a huge way, and not a supportable way, in my opinion. They all agree that Iger said, they all agreed to that. Iger said, adding that it was about to understand how much volume we need, reducing how much we make. It's how much we spend on what we make and how much we make. That sounds like a lot of double talk. However, Iger left open the potential for making content that the company could sell elsewhere. As we look to reduce the content that we're creating for our own platforms, there probably are opportunities to license to third parties, Iger said. For a while, that was verboten, or something we couldn't possibly do. A German...
Well, he is Pope Bob Iger.
He is Pope Bob Iger. Because we were so favoring our own streaming platforms. But if we get to a point where we need less content for those platforms, and we still have the capability of producing that content,
Why not use it to grow revenue? And that's what we would like to do. That's what we would likely do. He added that core franchise content, Marvel, Star Wars, Frozen, etc., would remain exclusive to Disney-owned platforms. Disney is very strong, the most powerful brand certainly in family entertainment, Iger said, adding that when consumers see live-action The Little Mermaid in May, it'll remind you of just how strong the brand is. Yeah. I wouldn't count on that.
No. I just want to know how much of Disney Morgan Stanley owns. Should we... How much?
They're not
How
owning,
much of Disney?
But they're an investor, which means they put up money for certain projects.
Yeah, that's true.
You do very loud Persies, buddy. But he also remains frank in investing comments. He also had frank and interesting comments about Marvel and Star Wars, suggesting that the company is carefully thinking about its approach to those brands moving forward. What we have to look at Marvel is not necessarily the volume of Marvel storytelling, but how many times we go back to the well in certain characters. Iger said, sequels typically work well for us, but you do need a third or fourth, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it time to turn to other characters? There's nothing in any way inherently off in terms of the Marvel brand. I think we have to look at what characters and stories we are mining.
Yeah, and then people have like whole articles on the, do you need a third and a fourth? You know, you're gonna see a lot of newness. Blah, blah, blah. Do you need a third and a fourth Marvel this and that? Like Ant-Man, for example. Well, how much money did Ant-Man make? Did it make its money back?
Not enough.
Did it break even? Do we know? Sean Russell, support Disney. Eat more puppy-ass chicken. Let me look up how much Ant-Man 3 box office mojo.
Excellent!
While you keep reading.
And if you look at the trajectory of Marvel over the next 5 years, you'll see a lot of newness, he added. Now, we're going to turn back to the Avengers franchise, but with a whole different set of Avengers as an example. Yeah, but nobody wants to see those.
Excellent!
Star Wars. We made 3 what we called saga films, which is obviously the successors to George Lucas's first 6. They did very well at the box office, tremendously well, as a matter of fact. We've made 2 so-called standalones in Rogue One and Solo. Rogue did quite well. Solo was a little disappointing to us. It gave us pause to think maybe the cadence was a little too aggressive, and so we decided to pull back a bit. We still are developing Star Wars films. We're going to make sure that when we make one, that it's the right one. So we are being very careful there.
So unlike Kathy, who's like, we're gonna crap out a Star Wars film every other year.
I want to do a Star Wars film every year.
Yeah.
And I wanted to star brown-haired British girl. Because that's me. That's me on screen.
Because
this is
nobody wants another freaking Solo. Nobody wants a Solo sequel.
I want a Solo
That
sequel.
one lost money. That one lost $80 million.
Stars my perfect way.
Its estimated studio loss about $77 million, probably more. Critical response was neutral to favorable, but fan reception was more mixed. That was because the last movie sucked, and we weren't ready to jump back in so quick to give him the money again.
Okay, well, he continues.
Mm-hmm.
At a high level, Iger said that their goal is to focus on high-quality programming, calling out not only the core franchises, but also FX, which he praised as both a producer of content and as a brand. There's so much consumer choice right now, and it comes back to what is differentiated, Iger said. That's one thing, obviously, we have talked about, is those brands, Star Wars, Marvel, and Disney and Pixar, for instance. But quality is also a differentiator.
I think HBO proved that well, you know, in their halcyon days when high-quality programming made a big difference. And not volume, he added. And because the streaming platforms require so much volume, one has to question whether that's the right direction to go, or if you could be more curated, more, I use the word judicious a few times, but I guess more picky about what you're making.
Excellent!
And concentrate on quality and not volume.
Well, I told you all these programs are just to fill streaming. And Sean Russell, when are they making Rogue 2? Oh wait, everybody died. Well, technically, I think that the Rogue One sequel
Excellent!
is the stupid Andor prequel that everybody liked that I didn't like. So I don't know. But that's where I'm at with this. I mean, I think that's been my problem with all of the streaming stuff, is that we're now kind of getting to where, remember when Fox came around and when cable started being more and more of a thing, and everybody was really quick to grab reruns and original crappy little nobody programming, and then you started churning out like TV Land, bringing people backy sort of shows. Well, even like CBS was doing that. I've been saying these are like Return to Green Acres. These Star Trek and Star Wars and all these shows. It's just like, it's like me trying to judge them against the originals would be like me judging Return to Green Acres or Escape from Gilligan's Island or any of those against the original. They're the, oh, we're gonna bring everybody back for a cash grab because we wanna bring back the series for marketing, to sell it over here or there, just to keep it in reruns for the Gilligan's Island case, right?
Yes,
remember, this is the same thing.
Gilligan's
Like how many other TV shows can you think of who did this? I Dream of Jeannie probably did way back in the day. Like
Incredible Hulk did it a couple times. Trial of the Incredible Hulk, Return of the Incredible Hulk, Death of the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, just those sort of things. Like anytime you would have sitcoms did it more, but you would get like they would bring the whole cast back for a movie 20 years later, sort of thing.
Dallas, I think, did it.
Yeah, Dallas brought a whole TV series back too. Dallas did this too for a cable channel for one of the cable
like TNT or whatever it was.
Yeah. YouTube censoring videos again. I know, you guys should see oh, so while I have everybody here, I have to toot my own horn on my video. My Velma video hit 50-something thousand. Thank you guys for watching that. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, you don't get to see the channel trailer anymore. Oh well. Well, it's in there. It's in the, but go check out this one, my Woman's Day one. I talk about the kind of trans bathroom issue, and nobody's gonna push my video to the top. Nobody's gonna push my video. Nobody's gonna hear what an actual woman has to say about any of this. And that's got some George Carlin-esque level ranting in there. So that's something you definitely want to check out. My she, her, Hershey bar, if you want a good laugh. Those are getting suppressed and censored. Those are not getting allowed to float to the top. Meanwhile, all the anti-trans lunatic people, those people are floating to the top. I was born the night JR was shot. Oh, wow. Shot Russell. Holy crap. That's cool. But yeah, that's cool. That's a neat thing. These are only meant to fill streaming, and that's the issue. We thought Disney might be better, but Disney is creatively dead. Remember when TVs for movies? Some were okay. Remember made for TV movies? Some were okay, but most were blah. Yeah. Well, I mean, the best of them were like the Boy in the Plastic Bubble type of movies, you know? And that was even cheesy as crap.
There were actually some...
Well, the Return to Gilligan's Island sort of movie.
Gilligan's Island. I mean,
it's like, I'm judging these on the wrong thing, and I'm mad at it for the wrong thing, but I still get mad about Picard.
I mean, there were some... There's some, like TV movies that were pretty good. I mean, some of them that were mediocre.
Excellent!
Right. And now, oh yeah, check out today's video. They finally are allowed to admit how bad Star Trek is. Mm-hmm. And Discovery was.
They're not, I mean, the typical websites are...
Yeah.
It's all the typical websites.
Also, we turned Rob into a cat at the very end of this. It was actually really, really funny. So you check that out.
But running around messing with
what?
Messing with the Ouija board.
You went around messing. Here, look. This is funny. Because nobody got to. Here. We got Rob there. We got to do special effects.
So I'm not sure how this works.
Here.
Eeny, meeny, chili beanie. The spirits are about to speak. Great, I'm a cat now.
You cute he is.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button.
There you go. So that's what we've been having fun doing over here. So that's the stuff that's getting suppressed instead of, the lunatics out there going, all that garbage crap that nobody cares about. So, oh yeah, I'm surprised this one didn't do better. This is super duper left leaning. This guy, the guy.
Ron DeSantis?
Yeah, well, people don't want the truth. They just want to be lied to, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Discovery was really bad. At some point, it could be denied. Yeah, you had too much crap. You're absolutely right. What were we talking about? Bob Iger. Oh. So at least he's even admitting that the Disney Star Wars stuff questions the Marvel sequels. Do you need to bring back so many characters? You're going to see a lot of newness. So now we're seeing that with that What If character, right?
Yeah, the Native American What If character.
Do you want to talk about that? Is that one of these new ones that we're trying to bring in?
Well,
or is that going to be a big failure, do you think?
Let me bring it up. What If? Well, it's a character. It's an original character. I mean, it's a character that doesn't exist in
anything. So at least they're not swapping and changing and. See, I don't like that. That just seems so lazy. That's kind of like what I was complaining about today with Picard. Is rather than just creating something, you're just taking something and copying and pasting and just changing it just a little bit to put a little marker on it. Like what they've done with Star Trek, like what they've done with so many of these new quote-unquote IPs and properties. Like Boba Fett is now an overweight old man who dances around with
this is the new
Jawas.
This is the Native American character that they've
created. So at least that's new, right?
It's new, but she's still a stereotype. Like, the whole spirit warrior thing, I mean.
Does she live in a teepee? Oh no, she's gonna live in a teepee. She's gonna wear moccasins and live in a teepee, isn't she?
Marvel's What If introduces a new Native American superhero, Kaori.
Oh no.
Marvel's What If introduces a new Native American hero named Kaori. Kaori ends for season 2 with an episode centering on a pre-colonized North America. The white colonizers, is that going to be it? Marvel's What If will introduce a new name. Okay, yeah, you said that 3 times in a blog post on website. According to Marvel, What If asks, what would happen if the Tesseract fell to Earth and landed in the sovereign I can't pronounce that. Haudenosaunee Confederacy before the colonization of America.
Haudenosaunee?
I guess that's how you pronounce it. The Tesseract takes on a new life.
So it does take place back then.
Yeah. The Tesseract takes on a new life and a new
because they don't know how Native American people live now. Yeah. They don't realize that they just have houses and stuff and
transforming the lake into a gateway to the stars and leading Kaori, a young Mohawk woman, on a quest to discover her power. This comes just after news broke that What If season 2 debut will likely be delayed in 2024. News broke recently about the Native American hero appearing in season 2 of What If after images for Funko Soda appeared online. While it dropped her name While it dropped her name on the can, many fans theorized she might be a variant of a previously known Marvel hero from the Marvel Universe. Some speculated she could be Echo or a gender-bent version of the Native American Captain America Joe Gomez from the United States of Captain America #3 by Lipan Apache writer Darcy Little Badger and Kalipu.
Looks like they had to because the Funko got leaked just a few days ago. Okay, I see that. And are they going to rename it How If Sean Russell? Thank you.
Others believe she might be part of What If season adapting the 1602 run. Ryan Little wrote the episode introducing Kaori. Marvel worked closely with members of the Mohawk Nation, such as historian Doug George and Mohawk language expert Cecilia King, to ensure the episode is culturally sensitive and authentic to the Native American experience. We used to call those technical advisors back in the day.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's okay.
Notably, the episode...
I'm not allowed to have an opinion on it.
Notably, the episode incorporates the Mohawk language and takes place in the I can't pronounce that.
Oh, no.
In what is known as upstate New York. George spoke about working on the project and his enthusiasm for authentic approach to Mohawk history.
Micmac. Oh, Micmac.
Micmac?
Micmac. Like Pet Cemetery.
Micmac, okay.
Yeah.
George, okay. It tells
Cherokee people.
It tells a remarkable story from which no
Excellent!
Expected.
Excellent!
Historical. And what it gives you was a new challenge. Yeah, it sounds like you're trying to teach. Doesn't sound like you're trying to entertain. It just sounds like you're trying to teach.
Yeah, this sounds like the plaques on the taxidermy things in museums. You know, this is like a museum exhibit. Okay, I'm bored and I want to talk about Bob Iger now.
I'm all for quote unquote original characters and Hey,
Chewbacca, look, Chewbacca.
Chewing tobacco. I'm all for new original characters, but this sounds like you're trying to teach, though.
Here, he needs to rationalize costs, according to Variety. Did we read this one? See, a CEO reiterates the company is weighing decisions about Hulu amid a very, very, very tricky environment. Well, I keep thinking that what's going to happen is you're going to have Disney and Hulu and ESPN and all of those under one umbrella, and then you're gonna have like Netflix and whatever few that they have, right? And then you're just gonna have a whole bunch of them kind of get sucked in. They're kind of like stars, you know, just collecting and gathering and getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Collecting more junk little streamers as they kind of go, and then you're gonna have two of them at $60 a pop, and there's your $120 cable bill, right?
Excellent.
It's a Pocahontas crossover. Is it a Pocahontas crossover? Probably.
No, it's a Pocahontas crossover.
Probably. I think they're gonna have to figure out ways of they're probably going to get into like anti-piracy probably more, because so many of these are so readily available for anybody with any slight technical knowledge for free. That it just and they're not. I cannot recommend spending money on any of these. Like I said, this is like would you spend money? Would you pay money and sign up for a cable bill for Return to Green Acres?
No.
You know, like, would you? Because that's where I can watch Green Acres for free on YouTube. Now they just stream it. Same thing with Addams Family, same thing with Munsters, same thing with Patty Duke's show. I saw they were streaming. So I can so many of these old shows, and it's gonna get to like that with Star Trek probably, where you're just gonna be able to stream the old episodes on YouTube. Well, I don't know why they don't do that type of thing. I don't know, because they were doing that with Stargate for MGM for a while, right?
I think so.
They do 1 or 2 episodes. And it's going to probably get to like that, where it's just going to be easier to stream them on YouTube or on Twitch, like they stream the old Bob Ross over on Twitch. and they're trying to rely on these old properties, but they're forgetting that they still need to be good. They can't keep marketing to these culture war BS issues. They can't keep... They just can't market to a crowd one way or another. And I think there's too many of them that are trying to do that, don't you think?
Yes.
There are too many of them that are trying to, and there's too many of them also that are trying to play both sides against the middle, like they're talking out of their ass. You know, they're being like, hey, I really respect you, and we're not going, like with Chapek, he was like, oh, we're not doing the politics, but they really were. I think they were looking for a reason to get rid of Gina Carano beforehand. And they just found out coincidentally, but I think they were looking for a reason to get rid of her before. They were technical advisors with historical dramas. Used to have technical advisors to do things correctly.
Well, now
they're mostly ignored. In the UK, we've had Black Romans and Black Anne Boleyn. I pointed out this was what really was so absurd to me. Why would they race swap Anne Boleyn of all characters just to chop her head off?
Yeah, well, no,
that doesn't seem right to me, but, you know, like, there's other characters you could, you know, somebody who lived a nice, happy, you know, how about Victoria? You know, somebody who's well-respected that lived a nice, ripe old age or something.
You see, you had
swap Victoria.
There were black people in the Roman Empire, but they were working for the Romans. You know
or passing through sometimes. I mean, you would have princes from other countries in your African and Mediterranean.
The Roman Empire extended all the way from Ireland, to quite literally the Ural Mountains and North Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, so you had a lot of people there.
Well, I've been up to Hadrian's Wall, where it went up to the north of England too, all the way up there.
It's called Albion.
So
I was in Denmark, the National Museum in Copenhagen, and who do I see? I see a statue of Julius Caesar.
Yeah. Oh, there's all kinds of Roman stuff in museums in the northeast of England. So, which is probably way more entertaining to talk about for me than
I was saying, like, my father used to like
than the third Ant-Man movie. I mean, we skipped it we kind of watched half of it and then we turned it off because we're like, we are so glad we did not go to the theater.
Excellent.
I'm only up for 8 Well, they don't need to chop her head off again, do they? Do they?
My father used to say to me that all the time because he would read a lot of Roman history. Wasn't always a bad thing if you got conquered by the empire.
Right.
I mean, you would fall under the empire's protection. They would build roads. They would build aqueducts. They would build housing. They would bring security. They would bring trade. You know, like that scene of Monty Python. You know, what have the Romans ever done for us? The aqueduct. All right, that's not that far from the truth.
Robert Blake died again. Way to go! I just had it. There you go. Robert Blake died again.
Beretta.
I thought he died a few years ago.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Don't do it. Don't do it. And keep your eye on the Ranger.
Anybody else think he already died? What's the Ranger doing? Oh no.
He's purring very loudly.
What's going on with this shit now?
Oh, they race swapped another ginger.
Is it? I don't want that character. You can have him. You can have it. I don't want it. There. Next. What character is this?
The High Evolutionary.
Okay. The new blah 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 High Evolutionary. I don't care. Is Rocket cute? Is the otter that he hugs cute? No, really. That's all I care about. I probably won't see it until I know that, like, otters and people
the doggo
aren't getting hurted.
The doggo wearing a space
What
outfit.
the fuck? He's red! What race swap? Shove that up your ass. Is he red and purple?
Well, the skin is, he's got a mask.
Oh, I don't care.
You rarely see him outside of the mask.
Oh, who cares?
So this is probably...
This is a nothing thing.
Listen, if he comes in, if he does a good job, great.
This is this guy?
Yeah, the High Evolution.
He's purple. I don't care. Anubis cares. Please don't. Please don't. I wish people cared more about, the inflation and gas prices and
Nope, can't do that.
tax rather than, what color skin somebody is or... Alright, so what happened? He fires back and a Marvel troll upset. Who's upset?
I don't know.
Who's upset? Can't wait for you guys to meet this guy. Blah, blah, blah. High evolutionary. Okay, so who said it?
I don't know who said it, but listen.
Speaking to Collider.
The guys made two good movies, 2 good Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and so far, the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, that was the best thing in Marvel Phase 4. I think he's earned a little. I'm willing to give him a little leeway.
Okay, damn it! Another white guy that made a black guy. One troll wrote on Instagram about somewhat. I can't even pronounce the guy's name. Can you fucking start hiring people whose names you can pronounce for fuck's sake? I am so tired of this between Oxacoxa and who's a what's its. And
how about what's wrong with
and Shooty McBooty and
what's wrong with
Fred Jones?
Joe
Stevens. John Rousel. I'm a low evolution.
You used to change your name if it was.
Emoji Dispoji.
You used to change your name if it was unpronounceable.
Right? What the fuck was Namor's name? Exactly. That's another one.
It was.
I thought you were trying to be movie stars, people.
There's like an X in it.
I thought you were trying to be movie stars, people.
And the girl in $20 cosplay girl. Jacques.
Yeah. Oxacoxa, Watsa.
Gomez or something.
Oh, what the fuck was her name? She's cute, but I can't pronounce it. Don't make me pronounce these goddamn names, Marvel. Okay, damn it, another white guy they made black. So give me a name I can pronounce, people, please. Why can they leave him white or I don't know, pick a different minority? This person is saying. How about Asian or Gasp Latino?
My friends call me No More.
I don't care. I don't care.
Whose enemies call him No More.
Next time a major character or hero will be a trans or a homosexual or a non-binary because you're anti-trans all of a sudden. Because everybody's got to bring that into everything else. Oh my god. I'm sick of this anti-trans shit. Shove it. They're picking on based on race and what's PC and not acting and what's established. What's established? It's in a fucking comic book. Who cares? You've never been on screen before. I think I'm to the point now where I care about canon. Has it been on screen before? Rob, remember the new guy on Strange New Worlds, Mana. Do 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 do. Mana do 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 do.
Your age is looking bored.
Because he knows, too. Okay, so they're based on race and what's PC, not acting what's established. So here's my thing. Every time we watch a fucking movie that's based on a book, they can come in and change it, and that's okay. Like Lord of the fucking Rings, or The Princess Bride, or or Willy Wonka, because that changed too. But they can't if it's a fucking comic book. They can't if it's a fucking comic book, okay? Is that what it is? Because they can if it's in black and white in print. But if it's got pictures for children, then they can't. Is that where we're going on? Yeah, I'm going there, so people are going to be mad because I'm a little pissy about comic books, so. Is that the rules? Because I'm getting really, really sick of what we can and can't change. Because I can point out 1,000,000 times where it changes from the book to the thing, right? These are my rules, okay? If a movie series and a franchise starts out as a movie first, I don't give a flippity flip what the books say, okay? I really, really don't. Like, same thing. That goes for Star Wars and Star Trek and all the things. I don't care about the comics. I don't care about the books. I don't care about anything, because if it starts off as a movie or a TV series, that's where we start, right? We work our way up. You work your way up, not down. The MCU started comics for defining the movies. Now the movies define the books. See, and this is one of the things that I liked about the MCU, right, is that we were getting, is one like the last few bastions of non-X-rated stuff. They aren't dropping F-bombs every 2 seconds. They aren't, you know, you can watch it in mixed company without going, oh, they said that. Are we allowed to see this? Are we not allowed to see this, right? Alright. Gunn had no time for such criticism firing back. I chose the best actor, period, and the best person for the role. I don't give a shit with ethnicity. Chudwitty. Oh no, stop. Stop with your racist presumptions on why he was chosen. Stop why he's playing a guy who's almost always purple in color. I didn't hear. I don't care. I'm gonna not care about this.
You're not gonna care about that one?
I don't care. He's purple. I googled him and he's purple.
Yeah.
Alright? If I Google him and he's purple, I'm not gonna care.
Is that the actual costume, or is that...
I don't know. This is just the history. This is images. Here.
I used to know all that stuff. It's kind of got
If
shoved
it's something that I Google and this is my imagery of it...
And could whatever the hell his name is... Listen, I'm not knocking the guy's acting ability. I've never seen him. Just
well, this one I know is Adam Warlock.
Yeah,
because he was on the pinball table.
I should call him Adam.
Because he's on the pinball table.
He's in the freaking cocoon. I shall call him.
So he's a purple and red robot. All right. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. This is kind of where I get kind of... my inner contrarian kind of comes out quite a bit with this type of stuff. Like I said, where is it okay and where is it not okay? Because everybody was like up their butts about Lord of the Rings changing. But I'm like, wait a minute. They changed anyway from other stuff. I remember it was perfectly okay to change the first Willy Wonka from nut to an egg. That was perfectly okay. It's really okay to change The Princess Bride. There's quite a few things that changed in The Princess Bride. So, you know, from book to movie, there's always been examples of that. So why is it all of a sudden a problem sometimes and sometimes it's not? Right. Well, because I think sometimes they use this as negative marketing and publicity marketing. Because, like, I don't give a flippity flip what color this character is. Because it's a brand new character that came out of a comic I didn't read that I just Googled and there's purple. We have more purple people on screen. They're being victimized, right? So to me, I'm going to defend the purpleness of the character. I'm going to defend the purpleness of it. Oh, no. Ryan Johnson. No, not Ryan Johnson. All right. We'll defend the purpleness and move on to the next topic because I'm drag queens are the Marines of the Queer. Where did all this hatred of drag queens come from all of a sudden when I was dealing with real life stuff like mom dying?
That's a freaking good question.
That's what I want to know. Because, like, okay, so I took like a year and a half to kind of go crazy after 2020 and after mom died. Sorry. Why does everybody hate drag queens all of a sudden? Why are we all SJWs?
I can't figure that out.
Of
all things, drag queens?
I don't get it because I grew up watching like Hairspray and John Waters movies, so I'm not gonna take part in the pile-ons.
Okay.
On this one, what are these laws? Anti-drag laws?
Yeah, it's just a new scapegoat.
All right, don't do this. This is dumb. Care about taxes and inflation. This is a stupid thing to get people fighting and canceling each other. All right, go.
They don't actually have to do anything.
Yes, it's so they don't have to actually, legislate or fix anything or stop, funding going to countries and wars they don't want to fund. No, they're perfectly fine being warmongers. They're just worrying over this for some reason. I don't get it. What's RuPaul have to say? What's she saying? He's saying. Him, them.
A classic distraction technique. Distracting us away from the real issues that they were voted into office to focus on.
Hey, Republicans, remember when you were trying to get everybody on board with the gas prices and inflation, putting the stickers on there that said, I did that with the Bidens and the Let's Go Brandons and the stuff. Yeah, I don't know where the anti-drag stuff came from.
Jobs, healthcare, keeping our children safe from harm at their own school. But we know that bullies are incompetent at solving real issues.
wasn't Jon Stewart exposing the statistics that more kids were banged out of existence than twerked at? I don't know. I don't get it.
They look for easy targets so they can give the impression of being effective. They think our love, our light, our laughter, and our joy are signs of weakness. But they're wrong, because that is our strength. Drag queens are the Marines of the queer movement. Don't get it twisted and don't be distracted. Register to vote so we can get these stunt queens out of office and put some smart people with real solutions into government. And by the way, a social media post has never been as powerful as a registered vote. Hey, look over there. A classic distraction technique.
That sounds pretty right-wing, doesn't it? I'm just saying, like, that sounds exactly like what... Because that's kind of like... As somebody who's been kind of shuffled into that side, right? Drag queens are a plague among humanity and among other things. Why? Like, I mean, I don't care enough about what other people do, to be honest. You know, like, to go around... don't you need an example of somebody to be better than? I don't know, because I don't want to be the trashiest person out there, so let somebody else be trashier. How about that? How about that? Can we do that? Why are drag queens? This sounds actually pretty based and Republican to me. Because that sounds exactly like what I said. Rob, RuPaul said to vote on like gas prices and taxes and inflation and not what these clowns changed their minds and opinions on about the drag shit too.
Thank you.
Is RuPaul a Republican? I wonder.
RuPaul is.
I wonder though.
I don't use the word ever. RuPaul is based.
I wonder because here, listen to this again.
Distracting us away from the real issues that they were voted into office to focus on.
Yes.
Marjorie Taylor
Marjorie Trailer Park Green.
and Lauren Boebert and all this stuff. I thought you guys were supposed to be going after the gas prices and inflation and the lockdowns and the people who took away the small businesses. I thought that's what they were going for. Right. I thought that's what they were like elected to go for. And this is something that I got really, really pissed at because, and this is why I did not vote in the midterms, because I'm like, I'm not voting for these assholes. They're just going after drag queens. I think RuPaul is right-leaning. I think RuPaul might be conservative, you guys.
That's right.
Jobs, healthcare, keeping our children safe from harm at their own school. But we know that bullies are incompetent at solving real issues.
Well, the Republicans don't care about healthcare or jobs or keeping kids
their
safe
idea,
at school. They
idea,
don't care about keeping kids safe. I think both sides don't understand. I think the left think there's far more people on the right who are at home going, my kid ain't gonna be a gay. I think there's more people on the left that assume that in schools than there actually are. And I think there's more people on the right who assume that because a person is exposed to trans people, that they're going to turn or be aware. And I think that it is true that more people are being expressive and coming out of the closet lately. I think a lot more people are coming out of the closet. I think there might be something in like chemicals that is causing more chemical imbalances in people's brains, causing more fluidity, causing a shift in percentages based on region, based on water supplies, based on climate, based on whatever you want to say. I think that perhaps instead of being so goddamn anti some natural chemical shift in humanity or evolution, this is what really confuses me. Let's kind of, if people were asking me, which people seem to be very, very mad when I didn't join in the anti-gay, trans, whatever stuff, because I don't give a flippity flip about your kids. I'm sorry. protect your own kids, parent your own kids. If people really, really cared that much before 2020, they would have known this stuff was going on then. And yeah, a lot of this got exposed in 2020. That's not my problem. I chose not to have children. I kept my legs closed. Thank you very much. I did the responsible thing. And the fact that a lot of this, I noticed, shifted really, really quickly. And remember, I took a lot of time when I was like going through a lot of my mom dying and a lot of that grief and a lot of the 2020 insanity of lockdowns and all that shit, right? I pulled away from a lot of the groupthink. I pulled away from people because that's what I tend to do. I back the hell off and go into my own little bubble of my own little world. And when I came back, everybody was like mad at drag queens. So, this is the blank promises. They will always have poor people. They're always going to have gay people and trans people. Do you think gay people are all of a sudden happened? Gay people have always existed. There's natural problems. Yeah, so are gay people existing. That's also a natural problem. Gay people always existed. Rob.
Yeah, they've existed for God knows how long.
Why do you think they were mentioned in the Bible? They existed then. Like, duh. They had to have existed then.
I guarantee you.
So being mad at that, saying that's the downfall of society, is like saying, oh, this little difference in people. That's like saying ginger. That's as dumb as the ginger side shit. That's as dumb as people going around killing all the gingers because they didn't like them either. Oh, getting rid of something out of the gene pool. It's just gonna be there. It's gonna be there as a natural evolutionary something. We're gonna either need it or breed it out. And think of it this way, it'll probably breed itself out genetically because a lot of these people aren't going to be reproducing genetically anyway. So, dear God, of course it's existed, at least in the past they don't have a political movement. Oh, what political movement? Oh, God, we've been through, the religious assholes have had their own political movements too. I think they've had their own. I don't think it's nearly as bad as people think it is either, though. That's the other thing. I mean, like, seriously. So the gay people closed the gay people made the restaurants close down. So the gays and the trans and the drags are the ones who closed the restaurants down. I thought that was the Democrats. I thought that was the Democrats. I'm sorry. Nobody knows anymore. Because it all went from be outraged. And remember, like I said, Mom died. And I went through a lot of real life shit. Like having to figure out what to do with her place because I couldn't live in it. Because I wasn't old enough to. And having to deal with like clearing it out. And having to deal with where I was going to live and what I was going to do. And having to deal with the fact that everybody was giving their money to the fucking Daily Wire and anti-drag and trans shit lately. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care enough to cancel this, but I'm kind of at the point where enough's enough. Enough is enough. I think people need to be aware that the outrage mob went from outrage to outrage to outrage. And it just, they have to jump all over it now. Yeah. But that's the thing. So I know I'm probably not holding the retaining room.
Listen.
I'm not retaining, but I have a platform, I have a soapbox. I'm going to use it. I mean, nobody listened to me about the bathrooms and the trans girls are just there to pee. I'm sorry. Sorry to burst your bubbles, people. They're less likely to hurt me than a guy, than a guy, than a regular guy who just wants, I seriously. I don't think he's going to have any. And I refuse to be afraid of it. That's the other thing. I refuse to be afraid to go to a public bathroom that I can't afford to go to in the first place, right? Because everything's too damn expensive. Like, this, it's too expensive to go to the Strip. So, yeah, but what if you're in a bathroom on the Strip with what money to get there and hang out? Right? That's kind of where we're at with this stuff. Like, I care more about gas inflation, why everything has a service charge, a fee, why everything in Las Vegas has a, parking is only this is only free for this long. I care more about the economic collapsing. And that's what I think we were supposed to elect these people, in my opinion, to fix. So until that can be resolved, I'm going to kind of pull up some of these articles every now and then. And I know they're kind of hard for people to sit through with soapbox mecha time, but for crying out loud, I have a brain, I have a voice, I have a platform. I'm going to use it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They unsubscribe for a video that they finally get notified of 2 years later, right? And I think that should be a good indicator that, hey, after not seeing me on YouTube for 2 years because I haven't shown up in your feed, I haven't shown up in whatever, that I'm not saying the same cult speak, I'm not saying the same things. That should really be a good indicator to you that I'm out here,
Greetings, my
going through and
friend.
researching. And thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. They become self-sufficient like me. I'm just telling you that. I'm just telling you that don't fucking come to me. If you're that self-sufficient in Newz, then you can super chat. You can donate some money. You can donate a lot of money if you're that self-sufficient. If it's a lot of money and if it's worth it, then hey, you can drop some to me. You can help me out. Rather than making me live in fear. This is the thing. Don't expect me to live in fear of something that I can't control by demanding I hate the same group you hate. All of a sudden. Out of the blue, right? That's I think the big issue I have for me with a lot of people, and I don't mean it like personal. That's not an attack or anything. That's just in general. I've noticed that the consensus from a lot of the people, a lot of the very, very right leaning people, right? They'll be like, well, you need to live in fear of somebody breaking into your home. Well, yeah, but you need to be in a state where if they break into your home, you can defend yourself. All right. How about I choose not to live in constant fear of somebody breaking into my home by trying to live in a somewhat nicer area, somewhat safer area where I'm at. Try and live in a, just less dangerous. So I don't have to have a bunch of shooty bang bangs all the time at my disposal that I would probably just drop anyway and break and probably just hurt myself accidentally with in the process, right? Indeed, right. No. I mean, I don't mean it like to be right or wrong or something. It's just I don't want people to feel like they aren't allowed to disagree. It's just I don't want people to think that I how do I want to put it, Rob?
I don't know.
What?
Well,
I don't want people to think that like I'm just gonna jump on board the bandwagons because everybody else is. Because that's the latest groupthink. That's the latest tribal, like I've been really, really trying hard to think with my brain instead of tribe because I think both tribe sides are really, really shitty lately. And I've been trying really, really hard to like take that and kind of think logically and use Occam's razor, use the simplest solution is usually the most correct. And like the simplest solution is it's so much easier to go after RuPaul and schools and stuff and make all this legislation than it is to, I don't know, figure out excess spending on blah 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 blah, right?
I mean,
they're not gonna go and they're not gonna go against Big Pharma and stop getting funding from Big Pharma and actually fix some of the solutions. I guess does that make sense? They're not gonna go to Big Pharma and Pfizer and all these assholes and say, you know what? Stop giving us money. Just stop giving us money. We're not going to take it because there's not enough of them there that will do it. Because people are human and people are easily bought. Just look at the people giving Picard positive reviews just for early access to it. For example, right? Just for that little thrill of, oh, I got noticed by a producer. Because I had it for a second. I'm like, oh, Terry Matalis sent me a DM? In my DMs for Star Trek? Oh, it's a producer. He hasn't blocked me. He sent me a DM. I had it for a second, and then, I didn't get the freaking review copy, and I came back down to my senses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this isn't good, y'all.
It's not good.
So I'm trying really, really hard to kind of look at outside things. So I don't know where I'm going with this. Please don't take it personally, Anubis. Or anybody. Please don't take it personally. I'm just kind of, so what did we learn from this stream? Rob's not even here.
I'm here.
You want to crack open the window?
Yeah, it's warm in here.
It is a bit warm in here, because it is. He doesn't want to ever chime in with anything ever, though.
I can't get a word in.
Well, I keep looking over, and he's just sitting there texting, so I'm like, I gotta keep going.
I'm not texting, but I can't get a word in.
All right, come on. Say something.
Listen, you got real problems. Drag queen.
Here, you talk. Here, I'll get up. I'll shut up. Since I can't, I don't want to interrupt you. So please don't take it personally. Please don't anybody take it. Like, I want people to feel like they're allowed to disagree and prioritize what they want. I just don't want to. I just don't want to.
I mean, how's everybody doing? What were we talking about?
Huh? I don't know.
I don't remember. Yes, and now there's a sandstorm going through here.
Uh-huh.
Something. What's up, Sander Hammer
Then
Slag?
you want to focus people targeting Big Shot. How do you want to do? What are you talking about? They have low profiles and are invincible. I have no idea. People who are elected in office are probably going to be a lot more capable of doing it than a YouTuber who doesn't care.
What?
That's, I think, the big thing. Like, you think... Isn't
what?
that what we're voting them in to do, though?
What?
How do you do it? There's their fucking job.
What? Listen. I watch YouTube pundits all the time. I watch YouTube pundits, but... What? I mean, impact. I mean, a YouTuber doesn't... He's not an elected official. He's not... I mean, listen, they're not... I hate saying this. YouTubers, even though I am one, YouTubers are not always the best guys to listen to or to look to. I mean, you gotta go... Yeah, granted, you gotta go in with what... It's hard to change a tribal social thinking focus. That's true. And the cat's purring away over here.
Oh God, he's so happy. Look at this guy. He loves this little bench we got him. Hey, if any independent millionaires who are independently wealthy want to contribute to the bench the cat's sitting on. Mm-hmm. They were on clearance for $70.
Yeah, you got a good deal on those.
And they were well worth it.
What's the guy from Star Trek? Where's the guy?
Which guy?
The guy. Dude.
Oh, his nose. Oh, he's not on anymore. The nose pick guy? Yeah, I closed that tab on Twitter. You can do it to Spider-Man, though. You can pick Spider-Man's nose, maybe. You can pick Bob Iger's nose.
Well, he's a little short.
You can pick RuPaul's nose. You can pick his ear. There, you can pick his ear.
Get that finger out of your ear, Iger. You don't know where it's been.
There you go.
What is this? Hold on. Comment on something I know about. Disney CEO Bob Iger says the company is still being very careful with developing Star Wars feature films in the wake of Solo's soft box office, while Marvel is also getting a rethink in terms of how many sequels characters get. In appearance at Morgan Stanley Technology Media. Okay, this is more what we already know.
Yeah, I think this is just a reprint of the same.
This is what you call in the biz a rewrite.
Yeah, this is where your little wheel of news thing will come in handy.
There's 7,000 characters. There are a lot more stories to tell. But you're just gonna go on to all the most recent characters that Disney owns. So you don't have to give money to Stan Lee's family, Jack Kirby's family, Joe Simon's family, Roy Thomas, Steve Ditko's family. You need a third and fourth, for instance. Iger didn't get specific, but his comments came less than 3 weeks after the release of Marvel Cinematic Universe entry Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Third Ant-Man film has grossed more than $450 million globally, but drew tepid response from critics and posted 69% in second week drop in the U.S. The steepest by any MCU title to date.
That's the rancher. He went...
I'll soon trust a random YouTuber before trusting a government official.
I'm gonna bird feeder.
Well, you go to Home Depot. But I always say, Hezekiah, you get the government you vote for. If there's a guy out there who says, and there's guys in America like this who say, I hate the government, now let me to run it. And they go in there and they mess up everything and nothing works right. They say, see, I told you the government don't work. Well, who's to blame? You put him there. So.
Only Dougie's sticking out.
I didn't get specific, but his comments came less than 3 weeks after release. I read that part right. There's nothing in any way inherently off in terms of Marvel brand, Iger stressed. I think we just have to look at what characters and stories we're mining. If you look at the trajectory of Marvel in the next 5 years, there will be a lot of newness. Yeah, but it's not good. It's not good. We're going to turn back to Avengers franchise with a whole new set of Avengers, for example. I think he knows that. Well, it's also an investor meeting, so you got to talk it up to potential investors to get them.
These are the people that you got to convince are not throwing their money away. Not BlackRock, not Vanguard. These are the people who actually give money. These aren't the stockholders. These are the people that you get money from.
Yes.
So the stockholders doesn't really matter. They don't have enough stock to force them out.
Yeah. I mean, as far as Star Wars' disappointing box office returns,
Fall Guys.
Episodic series based on Star Wars mythology, including The Mandalorian, Andor, several others have been extremely successful. But not the Book of Boba Fett, not Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, I don't think they have been.
All of them kind of sucked.
They're all kind of. I mean, oh god, Obi-Wan and Book of Boba Fett were complete wastes of time. Dear God.
I think the only ones people even liked were the Baby Yoda ones of Mandalorian or Boba Fett. Yeah, but half of Boba Fett was Mandalorian season 3.
Originally, according to certain sources I read on the interwebs, originally Obi-Wan was supposed to be Obi-Wan Kenobi protecting young Luke from Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
But Kathleen Kennedy came in. No, we can't have that. We can't have that. It's too similar to the Mandalorian. We have to change it to young Leia because she reminds me of myself at that age. Mm-hmm. Let's focus on healthcare, hungry, cancer, and we can make a priority? Yeah, we do.
Closing entertainment. Entertainment isn't funded by the government, though.
No.
What would you have? Well, you'd have to do to fund. You'd have to take. I say, you know what? Politicians don't get salaries. How about that? First off, politicians don't need salaries.
Well, the idea was that you weren't going to get rich off of being in the government. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but they all do.
Well, they all do.
Backdoor deals.
Yeah, but there should be some kind of provision where they can't take that for a certain amount of years.
Mm-hmm. They need term limits.
Do you know?
They desperately need term limits. These assholes.
Do you know how much? Do you know how much the president makes?
Like 300. It was 300,000 for a while.
It's $400,000 a year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. 400,000. So like I said, the idea it's a lot of money. Okay, it's not to sneeze at, but at the same time, like it's not the millions and millions and millions and millions, and you actually have to pay out of pocket for things like your own food, your own groceries, and stuff like that. So, I mean...
Well, 400,000 though.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, then you're going to get all those book deals. You got lifetime security. You're the president. I mean, you're going to get free... You're going to show up and be like, hey, I'm the president, bitch.
A senator...
Give me the presidential suite.
A senator gets $174,000 a year. A representative and House representative gets $174,000 a year.
You need to be rich and wealthy enough to raise millions in the first place to be a senator, so they shouldn't even be getting anything.
Well, you need to be wealthy to run for Senate. That's the thing.
You need to be wealthy and famous. Term limits for sure.
I mean, there are instances where people going door to door, knocking on doors, can upset a favorite.
Well, sometimes then you'll get people who just do get funding and get noticed still by millionaires, though, and they get a lot of online, bot traction and support.
Yeah, I've been saying they need term limits for years. Well, but the problem, one of the problems with listen, term limits. I mean, but you're gonna have a guy like Bernie Sanders who's can only serve so many years in this. Yeah, I agree. It's a good idea in principle, but if there's a guy like I said, Bernie Sanders, that is doing a good job, you kind of want to keep him there. I mean, that's the one guy, and if Bernie had to vacate his seat and he couldn't run again, who would you get? I mean, you'd get Vermont, but you'd get someone in there who is on the take,
Probably.
What's this all Senator malarkey? You have a nice House of Lords where people get to sit there by privilege alone. Robot Shalom of fame and fortune. I guess I don't have to change since we don't have to change since the Roman Empire. Well, listen, remember History of the World? The Roman Senate, the Roman Senate.
They got the new one out now. We have to watch that.
It's the best elective body that money can buy.
Do you guys want us to watch the new History of the World?
I used to say that, about the mayor of my town, a guy by the name of John DeStefano. John DeStefano is the best mayor that money can buy. Just don't believe in the 17th Amendment, which is direct election of senators. Well, but then you have people appointing senators, but you get there by favoritism. I mean, you become a political favor, and you appoint, because that's how people used to have senators. You'd be by a political appointment. I think though we need to balance the Senate. I mean, you guys have to watch Wow? What's HTOW? What's HTOW? What's that? What's HTOW?
I just asked, should I watch the new something?
Housewives of
the new
Hot Wow.
I literally just forgot what it was.
History of the World. Oh,
yes.
Oh God. I don't do well with abbreviations.
Yeah. I literally just forgot. That's the weed.
Hot Wow. Right, but the Senate was supposed to be elected by the state legislatures. They were supposed to represent the interests of the states. Our lords are by birthright, appointment, or religion. We have Church of England, priests here, semi-theocracy, UK. History of the World, right, okay.
Is the new one good, or is it bad?
Well, the Senate's supposed to be elected, but they're supposed to be...
Because I'm worried because it's like all new people.
I do think we need to. There's got to be something. Listen, we have 100 senators. Maybe we should start doing it like the House of Representatives, where you have, as the population shifts from one portion of the country to the other. Because right now, Wyoming, a state that has 850,000 people in it, has the same amount of power, same number of votes in the Senate as California and New York do. In Texas, and I mean, something doesn't seem right about that. So maybe there needs to be some sort of senatorial
Take all my rantings with a grain of salt. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm a Jeffersonian. I'm a Roosevelt Jeffersonian New Deal Democrat. Certain cities should be allowed to pick. Certain cities already do. I mean, certain cities already do. You only have to win 16 states to become a president of the United States. I mean, the coasts already control. You have to win the big population centers on the coast because those have the most electoral votes. I mean, so we're already there. But if campaigning in a city like Indianapolis or South Bend, or let's just say Belleville, Illinois, or Salt Lake City, if there's 50,000 people in that city that can give me an advantage, then I'm going to campaign there. Just theoretically speaking. If it's a tight enough race, then, then I can see that happening. America would be so pissed off if they had our system of lords. There would be riots. Oh, Alexander Hamilton wanted to have a king.
Talk about white privilege, huh? They already complain about white privilege, huh?
If it was up to Alexander Hamilton, he would have just installed a king. We learned that. We learned that in 5th grade history.
Hey there, Rancha. Look at him. He's got his little paw hanging over this side. How cute.
He's a knucklehead.
Look how happy this
So
guy
yeah,
is.
so I'm trying to get some music off of my iPod. I found a program called Copy Trans that I think might do it. If anybody else knows how I might be able to do that.
Oh, I don't know if you can.
Well, I'm looking into it. Some people claim it's possible.
But what do you want me to get? I'll just get it on
The couple. I gave you a folder. I mean, let me see. I gave you a folder with a lot of my music. Let me see what's.
Try it on the laptop.
Here?
Yeah, don't close that though.
No, just minimize it.
Try a new browser. Try downloads in Rob's music or something.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of stuff in it though.
Well, let's just see what we got.
So are you gonna jump on my? Oh, me too. I'm sorry. I got like really annoyed at the way everybody went, and
here we go.
And to be honest, it's a little triggering to see how successful that little grift is to everybody, and it's like, gee.
Oh, just ding sound effects.
In Rob's music.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. Unknown artist, unknown album. Just ding sound effects. Oh, there's another one. Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know where my old iPod went. I want to say I sold it because it stopped working, and I got the Cowan X7, and then that had like 128 gigs of drag and drop, which is great, but like now it's kind of irrelevant because you can just put that on a thumb drive.
All right, let me see.
Speaking of, I really need a new thumb drive at some point. I've just been too lazy to get one.
How many gigs is this? This is 28. I buy that for $1.
What did he say? What does it say?
He says he buy that for $1.
From something tropical.
Hello from the tropics.
From the tropics. Hello, Great Kirby. Happy birthday! Late birthday.
Happy late birthday. Hope you're having a good time. They still have way too much power. Parliamentary bills have to be passed. Lord scrutiny you can force. Okay. That's when jump driving the car. Pitlin, yo. Let's see what else is in here.
He's going. So do we want to talk about the new Night Court, maybe? Rob.
Yes, the new Night Court is very good.
It's actually pretty darn good.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the original, but we gotta ask the question, okay, do the people like Red Letter Media, are they thinking it's bad because they're not hearing the laugh track? Because there's no laugh track on the new Night Court, right?
Well,
so there's no laugh track on the new Night Court, but
there's no laugh track.
Coming on that side, maybe.
Hang out. You want me to get up?
No. I'm coming on that side. I'll sit next to the baby.
Sometimes it would vary. Sometimes it would unknown. It would go unknown artist, unknown album. A lot of my stuff, or various artists.
So talk about Night Court while you're.
So yeah.
Don't worry about this after we're live.
Yeah, okay, sure.
There. You don't need to look at it.
All right. Thank goodness.
I need to stop the stream to go surfing my computer. So talk about Night Court. If you're
So Night Court is. It's listen, I really like the original, and obviously you're never going to replace Harry Anderson, but this is actually pretty good. Harry Anderson just had a charm and a charisma all his own. But at the same, I
don't think Melissa Rauch quite has it, but she's not unlikable.
Yeah, she's the best you can say. She's not unlikable.
Yeah, she's fine. You don't dislike her. Her perkiness isn't off-putting. Yet. It could get off-putting if they're not careful. I'll put that on your side here. So you don't knock mine.
I buy that for $1. But the problem is about.
I like the original too. There's a lot of talking people off the ledge moments in the original. I just started season 2 on the original. Mm-hmm. Rewatching it.
And the other big problem with it is that it's not. Night Court was the kind of show that anything could happen. Yeah. They're not quite there just yet.
Well, yeah, no, they had one woman turn into a wolf.
Yeah, well, that was
kind of a Halloween episode.
You think? I think the show got delayed. I think it got delayed and then this is pushed back now because the calendar even said 2022. Because this has been in the works for a while. Let me see something here.
I don't know.
Night Court.
Well, I remember doing a video on it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those shows that they made then for filler for now. What do you think?
I don't know.
What do you think?
Reboot premiere next. Yeah, I mean, renewed. Well, it's already been renewed for a second season. Mm-hmm. Favorite, set, but returns favorite. Night Court reboot returns favorite, but set in modern day. It was always set in its time.
I mean, it's
Night Court dips again.
It's not like woke or anything. I mean, it's not like
it's doing pretty well in the ratings.
Yeah. It's not like woke or anything. You want to send that up there to that computer so you can see it.
Okay, hold on.
To your Twitter.
It's doing well enough in the ratings here. I mean, that's probably all I can ask for. All you can ask for is well enough.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad. It's perfectly fine. It's not quite as optimistic as the original yet. I mean, okay, so the most recent episode we saw today, there was a podcaster who tried to do some spin piece and cancel Dan, but she ended up getting canceled herself, right?
You sent the link. It hasn't shown up here. Why not?
Scroll down.
I did.
Hit refresh.
Let me refresh this.
Yeah, try refreshing.
Refresh la page.
Stick to the rerun.
Sent the link. Here we go.
Yeah, the reruns are fine.
Yeah, I mean, in the latest readings, this 4-way tie for nightly demo wins, while CBS FBI easily drew Tuesday's largest audience. Night Court, 3.75 million. You know what? 3.75 million.
That's not a lot anymore, is it?
No, it's not.
What did So that's the highest. For which demographic though? So what's the demographic of this? Just out of curiosity.
A 0.5 demo rating.
Well, what's the demographic? Are they old people?
I don't know.
I bet it's old people.
American Auto
What's this American Auto thing?
I don't know.
I mean, the way American Auto, NBC, American Auto. Yeah, it is Anna Gasteyer.
Okay.
It's a sitcom. It creates a work comedy about the automobile industry.
Oh, okay.
That, I'll be willing to give that a shot. La Brea hits low. American Auto hits lows. La Brea 2 million. Okay, Fox. This is just ratings here. But that's actually, like I said, that's actually probably the best you can hope for is 3.7 million. Because the audience is so spread out all over. Anyone seen the most recent season of Mandalorian? I heard
Yeah, we'll talk about that after we talk about Night Court here. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, we've been watching it.
The big problem is that...
We have feelings. I have feelings.
We have feelings?
I do.
You have Dan Fieldings?
I have feet. You can see my feet on camera.
Tickle feeties. 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 This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef.
This little piggy... He's actually Piggy. There.
Ba ba ba. Baba da da mama da da boo boo chihuahua. Mama da da boo boo Muppet babies. Da 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 da. Muppet babies.
Make your dreams come true, Rob. Do the same for you. If your room looks kind of weird and you wish you were there, close your eyes and make believe, and you can be anywhere, Rob.
It's green screening out here.
Rob.
Really?
Yes, Muppet Babies.
How do you know that?
Because that's the theme song, Rob.
Look, it's actually like I said, it's green screen. Mama dada boo boo chihuahua. See, it's actually kind of freaky. I like that.
What do I get for knowing all the words to the Muppet Babies song? I used to really like Muppet Babies. That was a good one because they did like Star Trek stuff and Star Wars stuff.
Where's Kermit?
They were so. Oh, we didn't get him. We got this at the claw machine.
How you won that was
a 2-for-1. I got a circus gecko.
Yeah, the claw machine. Actually, it was UFO catcher, claw machine, whatever the heck it was.
UFO catcher.
The claws come down. All right. They open up and they come down and they grab around the gecko and the Miss Piggy there, the baby Miss Piggy, and they close and they sort of pin them against each other so that they're held in place. And you're like, oh. And I was like, and I actually had said that probably the way to get it would be
scoop it. I was thinking I'd have to scoop them.
Scoop it, or maybe try to get both of them at the same time so that they hold each other, they press against each other.
Yeah.
So, and sure enough, that's what happened. Is that they press against each other, open up, ploop, and speaking of ploop, where is Mr. Ploop?
He's right there next to his piggy. He's next to his piggy doll. So that's actually a really nice one, too. What do I get for knowing all the words to the Muppet Babies song?
You get respect. Bragging rights.
And I know all the words to Fraggle Rock, too.
Chihuahua, Mama Dada Poo Poo Chihuahua.
Well, that's from Muppets Take Manhattan. That's from the Muppet Babies live action skit.
Mama Dada Poo Poo Chihuahua? I thought it was from HBO.
No, that's from the Muppets Take Manhattan. Because Muppet Babies, as you remember, it was on like what, Channel 7, CBS, I want to say?
Something like that.
It was CBS.
CBS.
And it was on. It was one of the Saturday morning ones that I did watch. I watched Muppet Babies, and I watched. Well, Fraggle Rock wasn't a Saturday morning. We watched the new Fraggle Rock.
That's.
They use this modern-y sort of speech that. What are you looking at?
Look at your thing here. I'm gonna bring up the stream thing here.
That one.
Yeah. So, yeah, modern Fraggle Rock is, and I missed the song. The song was just like so.
Here's a way.
Clap, clap. Another day. Let the Fraggles play. We're speaking.
Double Moki, Webley, Boomer, Red. So they gave Moki a new hairstyle and a new shirt. She doesn't have just a vest on anymore.
Speaking of the Fraggles, where is he?
I don't know. He's out of the way. So it's mostly a reboot. So it starts off with traveling Matt. Well, Red's gonna do a dive, and it's literally actually a remake of the original, I want to say, because I know I've seen this episode. I'm like, wait a minute, didn't Red already do a dive and Traveling Matt came back and he takes away the focus on her dive to go and show Gobo outer space. And I don't think we have the Gorn now in this new one. I don't know.
Gorgs.
The Gorgs, rather. Gorn.
Might as well be the Gorn.
My
I mean,
God. I'm stoned. Forgive me. I remember the words of the cartoon. It's been a while. I have the DVDs. I'm gonna have to bring them up at some point. Maybe that's what I gotta do is fill out some of these shelves with DVDs, like some of the cooler ones. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like, so some of these Fraggle Rock shows. Why, I don't know why they brought it back, but they do this over-explainy sort of speech like you see in Velma or in a lot of these modern day like Family Guy sort of shows. You know what I'm talking about? How do you describe that? You know, where they'll like say, hey, and here's the joke, and that's the joke of it, and they'll explain. You know, because it goes on your pizza. Because I like laundry. Yes, we get it, Boober. We know you like laundry. Yes, because I'm a laundry at what? I like laundry. Yes, we get it. You like laundry. Here, don't forget to pack your stain remover. Just they have a few examples of that where they just over-explain the jokes or the characters or the things or the.
They don't think the audience is primarily kids. They don't think kids are smart enough to get it.
And then they race swap Doc for no reason and gender swap.
Well, okay.
Doc is now a black girl. You want to pull up an article on new Doc Fraggle Rock?
Okay, just a second.
So we have, I don't know if it's like it's just a flat out reboot. Fraggle Rock.
Hold on.
There it is.
New Doc, Fraggle Rock. Lily Cooper talks about playing Doc. Well, okay, well, here's... She seems nice, though.
She seems fine. It's just like, why are we remaking Fraggle Rock?
I mean,
when Fraggle Rock is perfectly acceptable as it is.
To me, I think this is...
he's passed on, too, so...
Yeah. So this is, to me, somebody has moved into... she's a grad student.
This is an alternate universe Fraggle Rock. Moki's 25% different.
Everybody,
their costumes are a little weird. Cotterpin's still.
Maybe that's a condition.
Gay.
Maybe that's a condition of the rights to that.
Because I think they're redoing it for new rights, so they have a new person getting the new rights to it. Because
Disney owns the Muppets.
Because Disney owns the Muppets, and the guy who did the songs, he did so many of the songs in the original. Didn't he pass away?
Yeah.
What was his name? He did the voice of like Gobo Fraggle and.
I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Did he pass away? Do you know?
Maybe.
Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. So there's not as many songs as far as I know.
This is shot against a green screen.
Yeah.
Which I don't like. I mean, they didn't really do any of that in the original. They had They worked with a lot of, I don't want to call them practical sets, but a lot of
practical
stuff.
effects. So there's new Moki. This is the new Fraggle. See,
these are that's Moki who's hippied out.
That's new Moki.
Gobo looks the same.
They mostly look the same.
Red's pretty much the same. This guy,
Boober's
pretty much the same.
Wembley still has the Hawaiian shirt. I don't know if it's a different Hawaiian shirt.
Okay, well. It's a nice up close look. Moki used to wear a gray kind of.
She used to wear like kind of a dark green, olivey gray sweater.
Okay, well, there.
And her hair was down. She was more of a hippie. She's supposed to be a little bit older than them.
Yeah, actually, look, this is different. The outfit's different.
They're a little bit different. They're 25% different Fraggles.
The outfit's a little different here. This guy's outfit's a little different.
We're gonna talk about Mandalorian too. So
there's a good shot. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are different. They are different.
Is like alternate universe Fraggles.
Actually, okay. This look. They're a lot of this.
Wembley's shirt was not. It was more green. Now it's yellow.
Okay, this is Jim Henson here.
Now his shirt's yellow.
Now where's the modern Fraggles?
Go back up. That first one you saw.
Okay, hold on. There. Okay, now this is
These are the modern Fraggles. Okay, yeah, so they are different.
They're a little different.
They're just a little different. Whether it's the hair or... okay, well, hold on.
So they're the Fraggles, but they're not the same Fraggles.
Not really the same.
25% different Fraggles.
They're Disney's Fraggles.
They're Disney's Fraggles.
There's Disney's Fraggles. And
no, they're HBO's Fraggles or whatever it is.
No, this is Disney.
Oh, it is. Okay.
I think it's Disney.
Wait, who's making this?
Hold on.
Let
me see. Hold on. Let me see.
What the hell was it?
Bro, Lily Cooper talks about playing Doc and Fraggle Rock.
Apple
TV. Apple.
Oh God, Apple. So this is Apple's Fraggle
Apple.
Rock.
But still, it's Apple's Fraggle Rock. But still, Jim Henson Company. Jim Henson sold. Worst thing Jim Henson could have done. Henson Company. Jim died.
Yeah.
Jim passed away.
So yeah, really, this is just alternate universe, new reboot, remake. The difference with this though is it's perfectly fine and acceptable. Other than they just overspeak. She's like, I'm a marine biologist, and I'm going to be the bestest marine biologist because I love sea life, and I want to make a marine biologist thing, and that's why we live by the sea here.
Yeah. One of probably the saddest things I saw was they did a tribute to Jim Henson. Where the Muppets did a tribute. The Muppets were getting ready to do a show to do a tribute to Jim Henson.
Can we look up why they're rebooting it? Why are they remaking it?
Yeah. And the Muppets, they're in the theater, they're ready to do the tribute, and then they get a telegram, and Fozzie looks down, Jim died? I'm like, oh, why did you have to go there? Why are they rebooting Fraggle Rock?
Yeah, why are they remaking it?
So this, I wouldn't be surprised if HBO owns the rights to the music. This is sunlight in a dreary TV world.
Well, here's the thing: it's not like offensive. You can put your kid in front of it, and they're gonna be fine. It's literally just a shot-for-shot remake with a few different people and just a little alternate universe-y.
As far as shows about underground species, benevolent creatures trying to better understand the outside world go, Fraggle Rock doesn't toy too much with the template set out in the 80s series. Keeps the same core cast of characters largely unchanged. Community of Fraggles live in a cavern underneath a beach house, going about their daily business and dispensing valuable lessons among each other. Occasionally, Gobo, voiced by John Tartaglia.
Is that the new? Google him.
Gobo.
Google John Tartaglia. Google him. Is he a new Gobo? He's new. Yeah, he's new.
He's
a new one.
Yeah,
so what happened to the original Gobo actor? Original Gobo voice? Because I thought he passed away, and because he wrote a lot of the songs that they used, so they're redoing it. My hunch is they're redoing it to get rid of the songs, so they have a new version to release to cut him out of the rights. Because it's always about fucking money.
Behind the voice actors, Gobo.
Because it's all Jerry Nelson. Jerry Nelson, look him up. What happened to Jerry Nelson?
Let's find out.
What happened to Jerry Nelson?
Jerry Nelson passed away.
He did. I thought so. Now, he wrote, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong on this, he wrote a good chunk of those songs, didn't he? When he did the voice of, and he was the voice of Marjorie the Trash Sheep also.
I think so. Townsend Coleman was another.
Yeah. So they're going to redo these without the songs to cut Jerry Nelson's family out and to cut the rights out. Just like all these 25% different Star Trek, or not Star Trek, Marvel characters. The family rights. So this is why they're redoing it.
Who wrote the
songs in Fraggle Rock?
The songs... Oops.
The songs in Fraggle Rock.
Hold
Trust
on.
me, I watched the documentary. A lot of the songs in Fraggle Rock was Jerry Nelson.
Yeah. Who wrote the songs in Fraggle Rock?
Yeah.
Philip Balsam.
Yeah.
Canadian singer and composer, worked on Fraggle Rock, though.
Okay. Didn't he write, or did it just sing with Jerry Nelson? Because I know Jerry Nelson is singing a lot.
Philip Balsam.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong on that one.
Fraggle Rock. Lyricist Dennis Lee composed the Fraggle Rock theme.
Okay.
called?
Well, no, we want the rest of the songs in the show, like the little ones they would use every few episodes. You'd have a song.
Fraggle Rock theme. Who wrote Fraggle Rock theme song? Why was Fraggle Rock canceled?
Fraggle Rock music. Just go to the wiki. They'll have a list of all the songs.
Here, fandom. Fraggle Rock songs.
Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of them too.
Oh wow!
Wow! There's a lot of songs in it, and what do you tell you? They probably want to re-release it.
Holy cow!
But they can't because of all the songs, so
let's
they have to just remake it.
Let's just take one.
Do it for one.
Wembley Fraggle. Music film Dennis Lee. Okay.
Okay, go to a Gobo one.
Well,
see if you got a Gobo one. If you.
Okay, pass it on. Fraggle's okay.
Well, I mean, maybe one of these guys they don't want to pay then. It's somebody.
They pucka squiggity bonk.
Okay, these two. Keep going.
Sounds like they were just like.
Yeah, that's a new name.
Steve Whitmer.
That's a new name. There you go. Because that's what happened with Batman. Dennis Lee, Philip Assam. That's another new name.
Alright. Friendship song. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's looking
There's
like.
There's a lot of songs in there. I think they're gonna get rid of the songs.
Yeah, Philip Balsam, Gorgs and Glory. Philip Balsam wrote the majority of talking about germs. Okay, Phil Balsam wrote the majority of them.
But I bet they're going to cut out all these songs.
Here to there. I can picture these two guys just sitting at a piano all day long. Wait, I've got to go.
Got her pin. Oh, got her pin. I love her. Okay, so not Jerry Nelson, but these two. They don't want to give these guys money.
Yeah.
Does the new Fraggle Rock have songs in it?
New songs. Newest Fraggle Rock, Back to the Rock.
No, just the theme song. Well, there you go. They're gonna redo it without.
Dave Grohl pens new Fraggle Rock theme song because. Why not?
Well, that's fine. I don't mind him making a new song.
Is involved.
Okay, does it say that they could get the rights?
I'll have to drop the show first teaser. Hold on. Fraggle says he's going on a stadium tour. Oh, wow. Fraggle Rock songs.
Because we haven't watched it all yet, but there was no songs the first time.
Fraggle Rock, Back to the Rock song, Patti LaBelle.
Back to the Rock.
Well, it's obviously they're gonna want to try to sell a soundtrack.
Mm-hmm. So they're gonna do new songs, but I bet that's part of why they've got the same stories. They're just redoing the stories pretty much with 25% different Fraggles, and they're gonna sell a new version of the DVD. But it's still the same shit. They're just repackaging. This is just a reboot.
Yeah,
this is the equivalent of Herman's Hermits gas station CDs, Rob.
Gas station cassettes. Remember? So we were talking about this just today with the U2. What's your favorite U2 album? Or what songs from 1987? And I'm like, 1987, you could go to the gas station and get one of those Herman's Hermits cassettes. Where
Peter Noon re-sings it with all new people for new music, for new rights. That's what this is, Rob.
Yeah.
They're just redoing Fraggle Rock for new people.
Listen, Dave Grohl is a Muppet anyway.
Kinda.
So.
Alright. Are we done? I think we're done.
Yeah, I'm pretty done.
Oh, Mandalorian! Let's talk about Mandalorian. Let's pull up a Mandalorian article.
Let me close some of these, alright?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, close that. Close that. Close that. Close that.
Close this?
Close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. Yeah, close my tabs. Close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. All right, and there you go. What are we looking for? Mandalorian.
How was Mandalore destroyed? Destroyed by the Empire.
I don't care. Baby Yoda did a squeezies on the Babu Frick guy, which was cute, and something. Yeah, purr. And they're just going purr, purr, purr. And it's really squeaky and cute.
Alright, well.
Do you want to do an episode? Grab an episode synopsis, so we can kind of, get like an episode synopsis for these last two. We'll break it down. I'm gonna get something to drink real quick. I'll be right back. What's that noise? Oh, that's outside. Talk to people.
I'm talking to people. Sorry, Rob. I know I love. Oh, well, don't worry. How much to make an ASMR video? Recap. Well, go to Wikipedia. There we go. Freaking, there's a freaking girl ASMR, like she's just been like, hi, my name is. I'm like, no, just talk, just talk. Just talk. I mean, if you're gonna talk in relaxing, hushed tones, you know, like whispers, and just relaxing, hushed tones. So. Anyway.
Zabu is cute.
Larry. He's a Larry.
He's Naranja.
Isn't he?
Hey, you getting up?
No.
You getting up, Naranja? Oh, he wants out.
He wants out?
Yeah, you want out? There you
go. You weird Eurasian boy wants to know how much to make an ASMR video.
About what?
You making an ASMR video.
What kind of ASMR video?
I don't know. That's up for him.
I don't know.
I got a good day at least. What? Do you, Mecca, got a good day at least? I guess.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Oh, it was like 67 today. It was really nice out.
Mm-hmm. So there's the synopsis, really.
Okay.
Synopsis. I mean, it's from Wikipedia, but we work with what we got.
All right. Well, no, stay there. I'm gonna stay standing up because.
You want to stand up?
Yeah. I'm gonna stay standing.
Oy vey, Asmir. So here we go. Din Djarin.
I don't like him.
Visits Pelimato on Tatooine. During Boonta Eve, Pelimato is Amy Sedaris' character. In search of a new memory chip for IG-11. That's the droid that he needs to go and...
Do we need to start with the first... Oh, yeah, this is last week's, right? No.
This is this more recent one.
Oh, this is this week's. Okay.
Yeah. She does not have one, but instead sells an R5-D4. Djarin, Grogu, and R5 fly to Mandalore. Yeah, R5-D4 has been in other Star Wars shows.
Grogu!
Fly to Mandalore, where Djarin orders R5 to scout ahead and ensure that the atmosphere is non-toxic. When R5 doesn't return, Djarin ventures after it and is attacked by several Alamites, a native troll-like species living in caves. Heading deeper into the mines, Djarin is captured by a cyborg creature and sends Grogu for Bo-Katan's help. Bo-Katan rescues Djarin and kills the cyborg before leading Djarin to the living waters in Mandalore. Djarin begins to recite the creed to restore himself as a Mandalore. However, a sudden drop-off causes him to sink deep into the water. Bo-Katan saves him. On the way back up, she comes face to face with a mythosaur.
A mythosaur?
Mythosaur.
That's mythosaur.
Mythosaur. Well, that's the big the big skull thingy that the Mandalorians have.
Okay.
Okay, so I wish I just read the synopsis.
Instead of watching the thing. We actually watched this. So this is the one where the crab monster comes and tries to cook Mando alive. And
yeah, tries to drain his blood or whatever. Years ago, I warned that streaming was a fool's gold because the problem is you have to have a constant stream of content worth subscribing for. That's hard to do. Yeah. I used to kid people, and Netflix, enjoy Meatballs 4.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what we're getting. We're getting just an unending supply
of crap.
Unending crap of unending supplies. You know? It's like...
Listen, if you like that... If you like it, great. But it's...
So much of it is just so not worth your time, though.
A lot of it is bad. There's a lot of bad stuff out there.
They've gotta basically get kiss YouTubers' butts for, oh, well, we'll give you a free copy and treat you like a star.
I'm not getting my butt kissed.
No.
I know that. I know
because I would probably give it an honest review anyway if I got it. So they're not gonna bother to give me a copy when I've been blocked by CBS Paramount for whatever the fuck reason.
Yeah, what was there was that somebody's putting their own music collection into Picard. There was another song
Probably
today.
Terry Matalis. Probably him.
Yeah, that one, Star Child, Baby.
Yeah.
This is not music people would be listening to in the 25th century.
No, this is some music nerd.
Yeah, so music hasn't progressed beyond 1974, according to him.
Oh, he's a music nerd. He'll probably throw some Captain Beyond in there in a minute or something, or some... I like that. 1,000 Days of Yesterday, if you're gonna. But...
Yeah. So, anyway...
So Mandalorian, was it that good though?
No, it was okay. It was not.
okay.
It was, listen, I like Katie Sackhoff. Who doesn't like Katie Sackhoff?
Oh, yeah, she's fine. She's fine.
I mean,
Baby Yoda's cute, so he goes and flies the ship and gets Katie Sackhoff to come back.
Mm-hmm. Any excuse to bring Katie Sackhoff back is welcome one.
She's like, I was a princess, and all this for naught. I don't care. Like, I think a lot of the problem with Mandalorian was it wasn't that great in season 1, and I wasn't that sold on it in season 1. I liked Baby Yoda just fine. He was cute, but at the same time, this is still just Disney Star Wars.
Yeah.
This is still just the new version of the thing.
This is the version. This is more of the thing we didn't like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much. And I know you're gonna have its like time and place, but at the same time, a lot of this relies so heavily for me with the nostalgia of it.
And you didn't like Star Wars that much to begin with.
I liked most of it enough. Like, I wasn't like going out and caring about the EU. I don't give a flippity flip of it. I don't give a flippity flip about the cartoons.
I said maybe Star Wars, Star Trek needs an autopsy. Star Wars also needs an autopsy. They need to figure out what went wrong.
Yeah.
How it went that far off the rails. I mean, because Star Wars is suffering from the same problem the Star Trek is suffering from. Mm-hmm. It's this thing that you used to like that's just gotten so bad. They give you one little scrap that is pretty good.
Well, the thing that is good about Picard is the stuff that they've copied and pasted from Voyager.
Yeah.
Or Wrath of Khan. Or wherever else they've, grabbed shit from.
Yeah.
So...
This girl I used to have a crush on was a massive Star Wars nerd. You give me good excuse to listen to the Beatles records, not for cultural music knowledge. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? Like I said, both these properties. You have to. It sounds like they are. Bob Iger wants to step back and just say, "Listen, we gotta
make some better shit.
We gotta make some big better shit. What we're doing isn't, he was obviously gonna say, hey, listen, what we're doing isn't working.
Yeah, they're like finally admitting it.
Yeah, what we're doing isn't working.
Everybody they just had to get out of the freaking COVID, and they had to.
And
they
maybe
had to take the big enough hit financially.
Maybe Kathy is leaving.
Well, it wouldn't matter if she is.
Well, it wouldn't matter if she is, but the thing is, all this, you gotta. If a team is losing, who's the first person to go? The coach.
Right.
Miranda, hold on, buddy. Bless you. Bless you.
Hello, Durandis. You want back in?
Like it's her name that's on everything. Everything Star Wars related. You know? So
But Jon Favreau isn't doing that great a job, and Dave Filoni is doing his own freaking
I think the difference is that Jon Favreau genuinely, I think he has an idea. He has an idea of where to take it. It's just that until things change, they're not going to let him, really. I don't think they're going to let him do what he really wants to do. And I think the same thing with Star Trek. I mean, like it or not, Alex Kurtzman's name's still on everything. That's right, I'm still in charge.
Well, it's still more of the same shit, though.
It's more of the same.
That's what I want to kind of work on is the videos.
People always say Ronald D. Moore. Ronald D. Moore he's not going to be able to do he's not going to be able to do anything good in
modern times.
In this, but no, with Alex Kurtzman there and with everybody there, I don't care if Alex Kurtzman's in a figurehead role. He has to be. You have to get rid of him.
The good thing about Ronald D. Moore was like what worked so well on Battlestar Galactica with him is, I think a lot of it kind of came together in the editing room from listening to all the commentaries on Battlestar Galactica, where they would just kind of piece stuff together for effect. So they didn't have the scripts. I mean, they had the scripts, but that worked well for him because he could kind of piece it together in his head because he was one guy with one vision and one direction. And Alex Kurtzman doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Here's a question about Disney. Are they too big to adjust to audience feedback at this point? It's not that they're too big to adjust. Is that
that's literally what they're doing now. They're literally adjusting to audience and investor feedback, I think.
But the problem is though that it's like a steamship.
Yeah.
You turn the wheel and it takes a long time to see any movement.
That's the thing. I mean, they're as big as a planet, so it's gonna take a while for new stuff to be made. I mean, they canceled all these. The Patty Jenkins, the Taika... Oh, now they got the Taika Waititi.
It's a Taika Waititi. I was almost Waititi. Taika Waititi Star Wars movie that is going to be...
That's the one that's going through now.
Yeah.
Pull that up. Pull that article up on... I don't know if so much they're like too big to... It's gonna take some time, I think. But at the same time... People are growing out of this. People are growing up and out of entertainment in general.
But the thing is, this lasted.
That their parent like if I had kids, I would just play them the old Fraggle Rock or the old.
But the problem is, this lasted 50 years already.
Yeah. This
lasted 50 years. There's no reason it can't last another 50 years.
Yeah.
But the problem is they said no, we don't want the people that always love this, go away. Mm-hmm. You're not welcome anymore. We want new fans, and those new fans don't exist. You just don't overnight become a fan of this thing. It has to be passed down from father to son, mother to daughter, mother to son, father to daughter.
At this point,
older brother to younger brother.
This is like a kid getting into Guns N' Roses. This is before their time. There's nothing new for these people to get into. It's all an extension of.
You have to treat this like this is baseball or football or basketball.
I treat it like it's music. They're getting into Nicki Minaj and Sam Smith, and Disney's trying to say, yeah, but we're going to give you a new Guns N' Roses album. That's what you want, right? You want a new Guns N' Roses album, right?
No, Disney's saying you want the new Jonas Brothers album, don't you?
No, they're saying you want the new Guns N' Roses album because here's the new Sweet Child of Mine song used in freaking Taika Waititi movies. Meanwhile, the kids want the younger shit for the younger generation of people, right? They want something for them to identify with. They want something for their generation. They don't want these old fart movies from Gen X with Star Wars and Star Trek and shit. We're old. This is like selling me on Green Acres and Rocky and Bullwinkle when I was a teenager, and that only worked because I was weird. There's not that many weird people who are gonna get into this, right? Is that true?
I don't know. It was supposedly...
Like they're gonna find this modern audience, right? Like, they need to bring a new thing for new audiences to get invested in. That's why they're moving more towards...
Buddy.
Just ignore him. That's why they're moving just more towards, See, now I forgot where I was going, Rob.
They're moving more towards gaming.
Like freaking Roblox and shit like that.
Plus, gaming's interactive. Yeah. That's the thing.
You can do video game streaming. You can do Twitch. You can do all that type of stuff.
Gaming's interactive. You drive the narrative. Speaking of Speaking of gaming, I'm wondering if I should. It's on sale this week. I'm wondering if I should buy Grand Theft Auto 5 just to have a new version on Steam.
No.
No, why not?
Stop buying the same damn games over and over.
We want quality sci-fi.
Yeah, new quality sci-fi. Like Stargate was getting good for a while. Like there was a while where Sci-Fi Channel had a bunch of new shows, like Eureka and Haven and all these new shows.
Extant.
Huh?
Yeah, there was one called Extant.
I don't remember that.
I don't know. Resident Alien.
Yeah, Resident Alien's a new one that's actually pretty good.
I am feeling attacked. I am snowflaking.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's got some dumb woke moments, but you know everything's got dumb woke moments.
I mean, new franchises they are so risk averse, but new franchises have to come from somewhere. They took a chance on Guardians of the Galaxy, and that paid off. Mm-hmm. Fandom's familial. You can bring new fans in as well. Yeah. So, like I said, you can't be afraid to take chances, and like I said, this comes back to the Frank Zappa interview where he said, back in the 60s in the music industry, and this reflects the film and television industry, you had certain experimental music being released, and who was it? It wasn't the young hip guys.
And this is why I fear Guardians of the Galaxy or the new James Gunn DC stuff. Because it's not new, fresh talent. Nobody's taking a chance on anything. It's all just James Gunn properties. He's writing everything.
Well, but he's the guy that they took a chance on, though.
Yeah, but he's really not new, fresh talent.
Yeah, well,
it's all his stuff.
Well,
he is the most proven person in Hollywood at this point.
Yeah. Well, what's that say?
I know. He's one of the most proven people in Hollywood.
Well, like I said, it wasn't the young hip guys that were getting this stuff made. It was the old guys with the suits and the cigars and the feet up on the desk saying, "I don't know what this is. Take a chance, put it out, see if it sells." And then it sells. Or all right, we took a chance and it sold. Sold a few million copies.
How many experimental fucking things? You had everything from Steel Eye Span to Sun Ra to Kraftwerk.
But that was
all this stuff in the early 70s and late 60s, and nobody knew what the hell to do with any of it.
But that was the thing. You had
and nobody's doing that.
But that was the thing. You had these guys willing to take a chance. Like, I don't get it, but I'm willing to take a chance on it.
Yeah, they aren't willing.
And then Frank Zappa says, all right, I took a chance, and all right, it sold a few million. So I don't know what I did, but we got to do more of it. Go get a hippie. Hire a hippie. So they get a hippie. He gets the mail, brings him coffee. Hippie shows up. All right, he's a good kid. Showed up on work on time, brought in the mail, give him a real job. Make him an A&R man. Make A&R man. And so it's the hippie that has the cigar and his feet up on the desk, and he's the one that's making decisions, and he's saying, well, we can't take a chance on that because it's not what the kids want, and I know. And he goes, and that is more harmful to the art form than the old guy with the suit and the cigar saying, who knows, take a chance. Because who was it that approved Star Trek? It wasn't the hip young guy. It was Lucille Ball. Who was it that approved Star Wars? It was.
It's Wagon Train in space. My kids love space.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I mean, Lucille Ball. It was Desi Arnaz. It was Alan Ladd Jr. that approved Star Wars. I mean, listen, I can't remember the guy. It was an older guy who approved Ghostbusters. You had a lot of older guys who were willing to take a chance. Who knows? They would take a chance. They said, take a chance on this. And they were saying about how he was saying about we need to get, because the guy who is older with the cigar and the suit and the feet up on the desk, he may not be the final arbiter of taste for the entire country or the audience or whatever it is. Where the hippie thinks he, where the hip young executive thinks he is. No, that won't work. No, that'll never work. And I know. How many things has Kathleen Kennedy killed? Because she has been
the arbiter of taste of everybody. The girl who thinks that Indiana Jones should have ran off with the dog instead of the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many things have, because look at how bad Star Trek is, because Alex Kurtzman is the hip young guy, is the arbiter of taste for the entire Star Trek audience. The guy who never liked Star Trek from the beginning.
Because it was too smart for him. It was too thinky.
Yeah. J.J. Abrams is the same. It was too thinky. The hip young... They actually called Alex Kurtzman, Robert Orci, Hollywood's secret weapon. Because allegedly they knew how to write scripts that made money. Take a chance on me, all the Ox card free. All the Ox card free. So, So he said they're so risk averse, and I understand you're talking hundreds of millions of dollars, but again, new franchises have to come from somewhere. You can't just keep mining the same crap over and over again. How many times have we seen the Ninja Turtles? How many times does it need to fail?
And they still won't bring back the pies anyway. Bring the damn pies back. That's all I'm interested in. Give me that. I got Ecto Cooler twice.
There's franchises out there that have not been done before. Look at, like I said, Resident Alien. They took a chance on that. Look how good that turned out. People get angry when I say Robotech is going to be. Listen, I'm willing to take a chance for Hollywood to take a chance on a Robotech movie. It might not work, but you know what? At least it's something they've never tried. And at least they can try it now when the technology is good enough where they can make a giant 50-foot tall robot believable. If you don't have the passion or the person's heritage, you don't have the passion. I said this time, it has to be somebody's baby too. It has to be somebody really has to believe in it.
Well, that's why the Muppets.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
Go Team Dark Planet Castle Archives 1.0. Just subscribe.
Yeah, I think that's why the Muppets worked, because that was Jim Henson's baby.
Why do you think the Orville works?
That's
Seth MacFarlane's baby. He wants to do. He's like, damn it! I want to do Star Trek. 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 I'll do something just like Star Trek. What about that? No, I'll do something just like Star Trek. I don't care.
With pot brownies.
With pot brownies and yeah.
Greetings, my excellent
friend. And like I said,
friend.
Star Trek's not Alex Kurtzman's baby.
No, he didn't care.
It's
a paycheck.
It's a paycheck.
It's a huge paycheck.
It's a huge paycheck.
That's what really pisses me off. They throw away so much money on these assholes.
They gave him $25 million for what? For what?
That was like $56 million. Like, why the hell? At least they gave Trey and Matt $1 billion.
Hey, it's not my money, okay? It's not my money to spend, but...
It's not my money to spend, but for fuck's sake, give me some of it. God, give me some of it.
I'll take $150,000 and I will turn out... You pay me $100,000, I will turn out the best Star Trek show you will ever see. You pay me $150,000, $100,000, I will direct the best James Bond movie you've ever seen. James Bond's another one that's being ruined. Like I said, it's already ruined. Too late. But like I said, you pay me $150,000, I will make the best Bond movie. It'll be full of more smoking and drinking and gambling.
Right. Netflix cancels original shows. Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, because you gotta be so ridiculous anymore. But I think they need to. I think that the one First Kill or something, that was so ridiculous. They could have played that up for comedy, and it would have been a hit. Just make it this ridiculous snakes on a plane, Buffy the Vampire.
Oh my God, that was just so bad.
Yeah, they could have played that up a little bit more and really had a hit. They need somebody to kind of come in and really see what they have and who the audience should be. And you need a good stoned comedy audience. market, and these fucking adult Velma shows aren't it.
Yes.
But my Velma video is sitting there of just slapstick of her getting hit over and over and over again for 3 minutes, sitting there, keep going. It gets 5,000, 10,000 views a day.
If you said to me, if I was the CEO of Netflix and you came walking through the door and says, I got the perfect show for you. It's $1 billion idea. Okay, all right, I'm all ears. Lesbian vampires. Mm-hmm. I'm listening. In high school. Mm-hmm. And they're interracial lesbians. Okay. All right, tell me.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
for comedy.
Tell me more. That'd be first. Tell me more. And he said, okay, now there's and it's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Blade meets whatever it is, and okay, like, you know what? This sounds so outrageous. It just might work.
meets Romeo and Juliet.
Meets Romeo and Juliet.
Meets the Hatfields and McCoys.
I would be like,
and then the families hate each other. But not because they're racial, but because they're vampires. Not because they're lesbians, not because they're black, but because they're vampires.
I'd go reach in the desk, take out a check.
Mm-hmm. Okay, make it hysterical. Market it to the Comedy Central stoner crowd. I
want you to fill in a number that's not unreasonable. That would be my reaction. How do you not make that concept work? Lesbian high school, teenage lesbian high school vampires who are interracial vampires who fall for each other, and it's like how do you not make that work? How do you not make that first of all, I'd say is this a comedy? Make it a comedy. That probably didn't have. Where does this idea come? Well, it was a book, young adult series. Make it a comedy, and we'll talk.
I don't even know if it was a young adult series.
That sounds like a porno. Exactly. The Axel Braun version is probably gonna be so much better.
Yeah.
But how do you not make lesbian teenage vampires in high school work?
It almost sounds like an anime, which would be a comedy.
That's got hit potential. That's got $1 billion idea written all over it.
We should have a friend of mine recommend some ridiculous anime.
Okay.
Like that. Like, is there any anime like that that's so ridiculous?
Okay. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock.
All right. Yeah. So that's our stream.
Be going 2 hours.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Does anybody want to see me play Sniper Elite?
Does Rob want to play some video games tonight? Are you guys gonna go and hang out?
I'll get the season pass.
Okay.
It's only what?
I don't know.
It's only $3.70.
There's the new house flipper. It's hotel flipper.
Oh.
Thank you, it was T800. I didn't mean anything personally.
All right.
I just did think that it came out of nowhere.
Before I eat my phone.
Don't eat your phone. All right. Well, I want to get some more of that pizza. So.
All right.
Thank you guys so much.
Detroit style. Didn't even know there was Detroit style.
It just tastes like Caesars, doesn't it?
It's thick crust, kind of.
It tastes like Sneezers.
All right, everybody.
No. I come off as like super bitchy sometimes, and I know the moon's full, and I'm PMSE too. So. It's just the dumb. I shouldn't even bother with those. Here, you can pull this down.
Okay.
Okay.
The magic of.
He's not there.
Well.
Cat.
He's outside.
All right.
The magic of television.
Yeah, I should put some of my DVDs back there, like Fraggle Rock.
Dad cares away. Look, this is. You can't see this is green screened out. This is the Green Loon Turn. It's my wallpaper. It's green screened out though.
Alright, so thank you guys so much. We will see you on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Tomorrow's Friday, so I have no idea. Tomorrow I'll probably just do, games and stuff. Something fun in games, maybe.
Friday's a dead zone.
Yeah, Friday's such a dead zone, so I'll probably just leave this up because there's so much Bob Iger crap that we have to talk about. So, there's a Doraemon.
Full for me!
Doraemon.
Full for me!
He's so cute. Alright, we'll see you guys later. Bye!
Bye.